From a religious perspective, did you know from where Black Africans originated? If don't, then today we will reveal the origin of Black Africans according to the Bible. The belief that all current peoples, including Black people, trace their ancestry back to Noah's 3 sons, Ham and Japheth, is a significant narrative within biblical genealogy. According to the Bible, specifically in the book of Genesis, after a devastating flood that wiped out nearly all of humanity, Noah and his family were tasked with repopulating the earth. His 3 sons became the progenitors of distinct lineages that are thought to have given rise to various ethnic groups around the world. Ham, one of Noah's sons, is traditionally associated with being the forefather of African and Black peoples. This association is based on references in the Bible that connect Ham with regions historically linked to Africa. For example, the Book of Psalms places Ham as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians, emphasizing his connection to African heritage. While this belief forms an essential part of biblical genealogy, it's important to note that it is a religious narrative with limited scientific evidence. It should be understood within its religious and historical context, and not as a comprehensive explanation of human ancestry. Modern genetic studies have provided a more nuanced and complex understanding of human migrations and origins, shedding light on the rich tapestry of human heritage that extends beyond these biblical narratives. Nonetheless, the belief in the common ancestry of all peoples through Noah's sons continues to hold spiritual and cultural significance for many individuals and communities around the world. So why is Ham considered the ancestor of African and Black peoples in biblical tradition? How does the mention of Ham's name in Egypt connect him to the ancient Egyptians in Africa? What linguistic significance does the name Ham hold in relation to his descendants' skin tone? How have these biblical beliefs influenced cultural and religious perceptions of African heritage? What role did Ham's descendants, like Cush, Mizrahi, and Put, play in shaping the diversity of African peoples? In biblical tradition, Ham is prominently recognized as the ancestor of African and Black peoples, with strong associations to the continent of Africa. This belief is rooted in various passages found in the Bible, particularly in the book of Genesis. One key reference that links Ham to Africa is the mention of his name in the context of Egypt. The book of Psalms specifically designates Ham as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians. This connection has historically been used to affirm Ham's role as the progenitor of African civilizations, as Egypt is not only geographically situated in Africa, but also holds a central place in ancient African history. Furthermore, the name Ham itself has linguistic significance. In Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient languages, Ham is associated with the meaning burned or dark, which is often interpreted as a reference to the skin tone of his descendants. This linguistic connection further solidifies Ham's association with Black peoples. While it's essential to recognize that these biblical accounts are part of religious traditions and not necessarily historical or scientific facts, they have played a significant role in shaping cultural and religious beliefs about the origins of African and Black populations. This association with Ham has, for centuries, contributed to the rich tapestry of African identity and heritage, highlighting the enduring power of religious narratives and shaping our understanding of history and ancestry. In the biblical narrative, Ham's descendants are mentioned as playing a pivotal role in the ancestry of various African peoples, contributing to the diverse tapestry of the continent. 3 notable figures among Ham's descendants are Cush, Mizrahi, and Put, each associated with distinct regions and lineages. Cush is recognized as the father of several African peoples. His name appears frequently in biblical passages, and his descendants are believed to have settled in regions encompassing present-day Sudan and Ethiopia. This lineage is often associated with the ancient kingdom of Cush, renowned for its advanced civilization and contributions to African history. Did the curse of Ham really target African peoples? What do biblical genealogies reveal about ancient beliefs regarding African origins? Could Egypt be the burial place of Ham? Unraveling the mysteries of Ham's lineage and legacy in African history while navigating the complexities of biblical narratives and modern interpretations. Mizrahi is traditionally considered the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians and various North African peoples. The name Mizrahi has linguistic connections to the term for Egypt in several ancient languages such as Aramaic and Hebrew, further reinforcing the link between Mizrahi's lineage and Egypt. This connection underscores the historical significance of Egypt in the broader context of African civilization. Put, another of Ham's sons, is thought to be the father of native black Libyans. The term Put is often associated with regions in North Africa, and this lineage is believed to have contributed to the ethnic diversity of North African populations. While these biblical genealogies provide insights into ancient beliefs about the origins of African peoples, it's crucial to approach them with an understanding of their religious and historical context. Modern scientific research and archaeological discoveries have enriched our understanding of African history and migration patterns, offering a more comprehensive and nuanced perspective on the continent's diverse heritage. The Curse of Ham is a biblical narrative found in the book of Genesis, specifically in Genesis 9:18-27. It tells the story of Noah, his sons Ham and Japheth, and an incident involving Ham and his father after the Great Flood. However, it's important to clarify that this curse does not apply to African peoples, but rather is specifically directed at Canaan, who is the ancestor of the Canaanite peoples in the Middle East. In the story, Noah becomes intoxicated with wine and lies uncovered in his tent. Ham, one of his sons, sees his father's nakedness and tells his brothers Shem and Japheth. When Noah awakens and learns of this, he pronounces a curse on Canaan, who is Ham's son. This curse is often interpreted as a divine punishment, and it's directed at Canaan, not at Ham or his other descendants. The misunderstanding and misinterpretation of this biblical story have led to a historical misconception that the curse was aimed at Black or African people, which is not supported by the text. It's essential to differentiate between the specific individuals and peoples mentioned in the biblical narrative and avoid generalizing or applying the curse to broader racial or ethnic groups. In summary, the Curse of Ham in the Bible is not a condemnation of African peoples, but rather a story focused on Canaanite peoples in the Middle East, and its implications should be understood within that context. According to biblical accounts, Ham, one of Noah's sons, lived a remarkably long life, much like his brother Shem. While specific ages are not provided in the Bible, it is suggested that Ham, like Shem, lived for several centuries. This longevity is attributed to the fact that both Ham and Shem were born before the Great Flood and therefore were not subject to the same lifespan limitations as subsequent generations. Regarding the location of Ham's burial, there are various theories and traditions, but no definitive evidence exists to pinpoint his grave. Some theories propose that Ham may be buried in Africa, given his association with the continent and its peoples in biblical narratives. Potential burial sites in Africa include Sudan, Ethiopia, and even Egypt. Egypt, in particular, holds intrigue as a possible burial place for Ham due to its historical significance and the mysteries surrounding its ancient tombs and archaeological discoveries. However, these speculations remain largely within the realm of religious tradition and folklore, as there is no concrete historical or archaeological evidence to confirm Ham's final resting place. The idea that Ham could be buried in Africa underscores the enduring influence of biblical narratives on cultural and religious beliefs, tying the ancestry of African peoples to their interpretation of these ancient stories. Nonetheless, it's essential to approach such claims with a balanced perspective, recognizing the significance of religious tradition while acknowledging the limitations of historical verification. The Book of Jubilees, an ancient Jewish religious text, offers supplementary insights into the lineage of Ham and a specific incident involving his disapproval of his son Canaan settling in the land of Shem, which is roughly equivalent to modern-day Israel. This work, often regarded as a form of Jewish pseudepigrapha, elaborates on events and narratives found in the Book of Genesis, providing a unique perspective on biblical history. According to the Book of Jubilees, Ham, along with his sons Mizrahi and Cush, disagreed with Canaan's decision to inhabit the land of Shem. They believed that the African lands were reserved for the descendants of Ham, and they questioned Canaan's right to settle in Shem's territory. This account offers additional context to the biblical story and sheds light on the family dynamics and territorial disputes among Noah's descendants. It emphasizes the importance of land and inheritance in the ancient world and underscores the significance of ancestral tradition in determining the boundaries of different peoples. The Book of Jubilees has been influential in certain Jewish and Christian traditions, providing a deeper understanding of biblical narratives and cultural beliefs. It serves as a valuable source for exploring the complexities of ancient history and the cultural heritage that shaped religious interpretations of the past. And that's all for this video. Subscribe if you want to watch more.